with Rhonda Cannell here at the Best Western Cornwall, Ontario. A lot of people here for this meeting today officially. What's the official title? And
this is called the SEAC Summit. SEAC is the Special Education Advisory Committee Summit. And SEACs are what exists at every board across the province. Look at you. SEACs it's a mandated committee on every school board across the province. So what it
it's okay.
So what it is it's comprised of parents who have children with different exceptionalities, up to 12. Usually a couple trustees from the board, board representatives, as in superintendent, maybe other administrators, and then you have members at large. And we work together to oversee programs and services, budget, to analyze the budget and its allocation, and to tweak the services for our kids in the school system.
And the issue here today is advocating for hearing impaired, and you talked about a really important facet.
So I had a son born 14 years ago in the Toronto area, and luckily, because he's born in the GTA, he receives a wealth of support in the school system. He's had a full-time educational assistant at the elementary panel, services from the teacher of the deaf, educational audiologist, so someone who knows and understands the sophistication of cochlear implants, hearing aids, FM technology. So if there's any problems, someone comes in, fixes it within a day. So he's had that kind of service. But if a child is born in North Bay or Northern Ontario,
Cornwall,
Cornwall, that child may not get that level of service. In fact, they may not even have access to a teacher of the deaf. They may not have that, probably won't have access to educational audiology.
And what's the difference in quality of life for children that don't have that access?
That kind of support leads to success. So, and I know this, not to sound braggy, but my son has deaf and other issues. He has difficulties with focus and organization and executive functioning, but even with all those other issues, he still had tremendous academic success, which of course leads to confidence and self-esteem and a happier child.
One of the things you were talking about that your group is working on is trying to have uniformity across the province. How do you accomplish that? You had a minister here today to talk to you people at the meeting, Madeline Mayer.
Communicating, collaborating, lobbying, and just making everyone, especially at the government level, aware of the issue that there is a lack of standardization across this province.
So what's been your group's biggest challenge so far?
Creating guidelines and standards that are implemented and that are not general, that could apply to any exceptionality, meaning a child with autism, a child with Down syndrome. What a deaf and hard of hearing student needs is very different in terms of access to information from, and a good example to really explain that is a child at especially the secondary level, they need note-taking. So someone to help scribe for them because they can't access all the information
fast enough,
and to write it too.
Do you see a lot of resistance from the government to trying to implement these policies?
It depends on the board. Not resistance so much as lacking, not aware. It's our job to make them aware. So having a minister here today was absolutely powerful for me. I'm so happy because she said the right things. She said, I'm learning. She came, she was prepared, she understood, she knew the numbers, and she showed emotion.
Do you think it's awareness solely, or is it also the cost?
Oh, there's cost, yes. But the truth is, this is a whole other can of fish, but so we have students that are educated in provincial schools, and the cost of educating those students is much higher than educating a student like my son in a mainstream setting with the appropriate supports.
So for instance, if you lived in Cornwall and your son had these issues and these services weren't available, you might have to send him to a school and break up your family.
We might. If I felt that he wasn't having success, I might have to move.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, I hope that's good.